So it's something that came up for us a couple of years ago, and I was reminded of it again recently, was how important a title company is, the title company that you're working with. So if you are currently working with a title company, and even if you're not, there's a couple of things that are really important that you should keep in mind. So one of them is to make sure that the company that you're working with is investor friendly. So not all title companies are created equally. Sometimes they do not like dealing with investors, and so they tend to put our files on the back burner. So you want somebody that is willing to work with investors, first of all, and that would just be a question I would just straight ask them, are you willing to work with investors, and have you worked with investors before? Because if you think about it, we're the ones bringing all the funky deals to the table all the time, right? It's all the, there's 50 heirs, and it's, just a lot of craziness going on with a lot of the deals that we do. So the title company needs to be really good at dealing with those kinds of things, those kinds of issues. So that's an important thing. Another thing that came up for us was assignment fees. So certain title companies actually put caps on assignment fees. And so that was killing our business, because at one point we were having to double close a bunch of stuff just to get it done, because they wouldn't do assignments anymore. And the assignment fees were too large. So just if you are interviewing title companies, and I would highly recommend, if you haven't got a good title company or anything yet, and even if you do have a couple that you can spread your deals out between and just kind of test them out and interview them, ask them these questions, ask them if they've worked with investors, ask them if there's a cap on assignment fees, and then see if they're negotiable on their escrow fees. Because one title company that we were dealing with, we were pushing so many deals through them on both ends that we were able to get really good discounts. So we weren't paying hardly anything for escrow fees, which was really nice. Another advantage to working with a good title company is, if they're willing to let you close at your convenience. If you've done a lot of deals, I don't have to sit there at the closing table with the closer and go through every single document line by line, like a normal buyer or seller would. So, if you already know what you're doing and they're willing to, like ours, email us the docs. So I actually close in my office, which is great. And then I have a notary in my office, and we notarize everything and we send it off to the title company that way. So it really cuts down a lot of time, traveling to a title company and sitting there and doing all that stuff. If we can close in-house, it's really great. It's also really nice too if they're willing to work with you, like with a mobile notary with your sellers, because that's been a big plus for us too, is just having the convenience for the seller. So just make sure that you are looking for all these things whenever you're looking to work with a title company, and make sure that they are investor friendly.